I'm freaking out in the terminal. So let's talk nomination. I liken the nomination process to applying to college. It's a very expensive college application. When the nomination inquiry was sent out to us who could possibly qualify, I was very much on the fence. One of the through lines with this entire experience is something that I've said, which is you need to bet on yourself. Number one person that needs to bet on you is you. Number one person that needs to bet on me is me. And here was a prime example of that. So when the email came out, I'm sitting there and I'm going, how can I justify this cost? But there's so much that could justify it. First of all, my hard work, not for nothing. This character was supposed to be in 10 episode arc. I went in and I turned 10 episodes into 20. All I cared about was showing up, being ready to play, and being ready to be a team player. I know I held to that because a few months later, I was asked to come back. This time for a front burner storyline. More importantly, my character was getting the opportunity to peel back another layer of her onion, and we would find out that she's gay and she's keeping it a secret from her family, the people whom she loves the most. I was intimidated initially because it's not my lived experience. There have been so many roles that have had a Latina last name, and you'd be surprised how they've changed them to a Smith or something when it was Cortez or Reyes. It happened. So I know what it feels like when they go, we just can't find people. Meanwhile, I got a phone full of people. You call me, I'll put you in touch with the right person. So there was a part of me that hesitated, but what I recognized was that this was scripted and that I had originated this character, and this was just another layer for me to play. And what a freaking gift, because you really need to walk a mile in someone else's shoes to get the full scope, to feel the pain, the heartbreak, but also feel the resilience, to experience the story of a woman who's scared to be her authentic self with the people who should love her unconditionally, and then have that fear realized. It broke my heart, and it breaks my heart because it's true. Fans of the show who identified with my character would send me letters telling me that they saw their story in Allison's story. It opened my eyes wider than my scope of representation, that it is just as desired by the LGBTQIA community for everyone who doesn't see their story portrayed in some way on television. You get mentally conditioned to think, oh, my story isn't worth main character energy. If anything, it's plucky sidekick. One of the pivotal moments for me was when I was asked to be a part of the opening credits and then actually seeing my image in the opening gallery. It moved me. I was so happy to see myself on screen in that way, being like, oh my gosh, I'm there, I did it. And also feeling, wow, I was so small-minded when it came to my potential. I always thought that I had to be a producer to then open the door for more Latinos, Filipinos, people like me to step into spaces on set and do great things. I didn't have to be this huge name. I just had to be good enough where people wanted to expand my character story. And what do you know? This guest star got on-screen family, and more Latinos were able to step on stage and show what they can do. I am so incredibly humbled by that, so incredibly proud. And so it's for all of these reasons where I was like, you gotta try to get nominated. Looking back now, I think there was a real big fear. There was a real big fear because I think, admittedly, I was still sore about not being on the show. I knew I did good work, but I don't know if it would be heartbreaking to wind up with nothing. But what is it? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. In a way, my decision was made for me. My incredible friend, Marcela, she was like, this is a no-brainer. She and her family helped me out. They were able to step in and say, here you go. To be able to help me with the application was incredible. And then Marcela, again, being a filmmaker, went the extra mile. When I was putting together my reel, used her filmmaker eye to help edit my clips accordingly. Putting together that reel was healing for me. It left me with a confidence that this really was my best foot forward. And if I was not going to get nominated, then so be it. But I knew that I had done everything humanly possible in the time I was on the show to get it done. I sent it in and I felt such peace and such accomplishment and such love from my chosen family. I submitted everything end of April, early May. Go on with my life. I'm taking anatomy at this point. Let me tell you something. We got a lot of bones in the body. Okay, so it's July. I'm at the airport. It's my birthday weekend. And my family said, let's go to Napa and celebrate you. So my sister and I were gonna meet my parents in Napa. We were flying out of LAX and we got there way early. So we were chilling straight Ellen. And as a true lemming to social media, I immediately looked at my Instagram. Lo and behold, I see that I'm tagged in something. And when I open the post, it says, congratulations on your nomination. Shout out to GH Sunday Shift. When I tell you I freaked out, that is not an exaggeration. If you were in the Southwest LAX terminal at 8 a.m. on a Thursday morning and you saw a tiny woman with a green and white puffy jacket walking in circles, hyperventilating, I apologize, but also I don't apologize. I was going, oh my God, am I nominated? I had never received an email. Immediately, I start FaceTiming friends. No one's picking up except for my one friend, Liza. She picks up, she and I start crying. And then my sister pops her head in like an anime character. And she's like, well, don't you want to confirm it? And immediately we go, correct. So now we're scouring the internet. We're trying to be hackers. We're trying to get it done. And we cannot find anything. All the trades are saying they're not going to announce the nominations till 9 a.m. I'm sitting there, I'm going, why? Why did I open IG? I am a glutton for punishment. At 8:55, I get an email saying, congratulations, you got nominated. If you could keep your mouth shut till 9 a.m. Meanwhile, I've been having a panic attack at LAX, right? But like, we're cool now. The announcement breaks, I'm able to post it, and immediately the influx of support and love hit me like a wave. At the core of everything, we are in a current climate where people that look like me are getting kidnapped, dehumanized, are being treated inhumanely, are being ripped from their families, and are being portrayed in the media as less than. I'm not saying my name in a trade magazine was gonna change anything, but I'd like to think that it would hold space enough so people could see a Latina last name and go, if she can do it, I can do it. I come from a family of doctors. We are all about the data. There is now a Latina Filipina being put on a list of recognition as an outstanding performer. It felt full circle. Not only did I feel joy and humility and gratitude, but I felt accomplishment. No matter what happens October 17th, my name is there, representative of a community of people who work hard and who deserve recognition in spades. I'm hoping that people see that name as a mirror for them and their potential, and also see it as an acknowledgement that not all spaces want to ignore our hard work and our integrity. I'm grateful to Marcela, I'm grateful to my family, I'm grateful to everyone who supported me and got my mind right about getting nominated. And I am so, so, so grateful to the people who in fact nominate me. I am not a voting member. I have no idea how that world works, but it took a village to get me there. It took incredible people to take a chance on me. There are incredible people in my life that double down on you, even when you falter at believing in yourself. So yeah, that's the nomination. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. But yeah, this was chapter 2, very cathartic. Anyways, I'll see you around.